Bhutan is currently in the formulation phase of its first national adaptation plan. The NAP Readiness and Preparatory Proposal was approved as of December 2018, and Bhutan has officially started the formulation in 2019. So the readiness proposal is titled Preparation of a National Adaptation Plan for Bhutan with the focus on the water sector. So based on this proposal, Bhutan has already started some of the stock-taking exercise, data assessments, and development of vulnerability assessments as well. I think the main achievement of Bhutan so far is in getting the approval for the readiness and preparatory proposal. The NAP proposal preparation began in May 2015. And there were several consultations held, several reviews held, several proposals drafted, and there were a lot of changes in the funding agency, development of new guidelines, and it took a long time, but Bhutan finally managed to get the proposal approved in 2018. So over the course of 3 years, Bhutan has kept consistent with the submission of the requirements for the NAP process, and so far, the biggest achievement is to get the proposal approved so that we can officially start the formulation. I think one of the main lessons for Bhutan is firstly that you require a coordinated approach for the preparation of the NAP. We had several working level groups as well as high level committees in order to discuss on what the NAP for Bhutan should be. So I think having a coordinated approach allows for the country to develop a NAP that meets all of its needs. Furthermore, another lesson learned is that you need to align the NAP with the country's existing policies, legislations, and plans. So our NAP was aligned with the Water Act, the Water Regulation, as well as the National Integrated Water Resources Management Plan, as well as commitments like the nationally determined contribution. I think the main relation between the NAP and the NDC is that both have prioritized the water sector, and NAP keeping in considered NDC in the preparation of the proposal itself, so it considered the water sector as one of the priorities. Furthermore, the NDC also states that there's a high importance to be placed on external funding for climate change adaptation in Bhutan because there's very little funding from the national sources specifically for climate change adaptation. So based on this, the NAP has been developed to obtain funding sources from external countries for adaptation for climate change in the country. Furthermore, some of the activities under NAP, mainly on gender, will be implemented alongside the NDC activities. I think NAP will be used as a tool to establish a proper database and conduct assessments so that we know which areas of climate change adaptation need to be prioritized in the country. I think the main process of formulation of the first NAP will give us a form of database, a form of results from the various vulnerability assessments. It will help us understand the gaps and needs for climate change adaptation, and will ultimately help the decision makers as well as the working group members to prioritize which adaptation activities need to be implemented first, especially in concern with the water sector.